Are bisexual people gay? Well, you're either gay or you're straight. Being bisexual isn't really a thing. It's probably something you say before coming out as gay. So, in all seriousness, you're either gay or you're straight. You need to pick a side and just move on and get on with your life. Yeah. Okay. Thanks.
I am so random. I can't believe I just did that.
In all seriousness, this is a question that I think really deserves a whole video dedicated to it, because there are so many different layers and nuances when it comes to bisexuality. And I think there's a lot of questions and misconceptions that people want to ask a bisexual person, but maybe don't, or in my experience, do ask in very rude, condescending ways. Now, as you can tell by my flag, I am a bisexual man. I make videos here on YouTube about sexuality, spirituality, and how to love yourself. So if you don't subscribe to me, definitely give me a subscribe and a like. I also make videos about self-love on TikTok, and you can follow me at Wise and Manly. Let's just get straight off the back. Are bisexuals gay? Now, it depends what we mean by gay. If we look at the definition of being bisexual, it says sexually or romantically attracted to both men and women, or to more than one sex or gender. A lot of times I get asked, do bisexual people like trans people? And the answer to that question is yes. Obviously, trans men are men, trans women are women, and non-binary people as well. You know, being bisexual just means you're attracted to more than one gender. So I can get down with anything. Like, that's just how I am. But it really depends on who you ask and what different preferences are. If we look at LGBT, which obviously lesbian, gay, bisexual, and trans, and then Q for questioning, that, if we consider as being gay, bisexuality does fall under the gay umbrella. So the umbrella is LGBTQ. Bisexuality fits within that. So you are gay then? If you're bisexual, you're gay. I knew it. Actually, no. If you're bisexual, you are definitely not gay. And I think the distinction that you need to make when you're speaking to a bisexual person is not to invalidate someone else's sexuality. A lot of the times people just assume that you're gay because you're bisexual, or they assume that you're straight depending on what partner you're with. If you have a woman, for example, who's with a guy, people would just assume that she's straight, when in actual fact she's bisexual. And sadly, if you're a guy and you are bisexual, a lot of people will just assume and think that you're gay anyway. So it's really important to basically acknowledge bisexuality as being a separate thing on its own, because the worst thing and the most painful thing for a bisexual to go through is to have their sexuality invalidated. There's been many times where someone has just assumed I'm gay, and that hurts, because if you assume that I'm gay, then you are fully gay, only likes men, then you are basically invalidating the fact that I also like women. And it's not fair, because my sexuality is being bisexual, and it also adds to the extremely toxic notion of invisibility, which essentially just eradicates bisexuality, makes it seem like not a thing, makes it think it's a phase when it's not a phase. So although being bisexual falls under the gay umbrella, it is a separate thing on its own, and we as a community and towards other people need to acknowledge the individualistic side that comes out when someone says that they're bisexual. Another thing that happens a lot is people assume that if you're bisexual, you're half straight, which is kind of damaging as well, because to say that you're half straight implies that your bisexuality isn't a whole complete thing. And in actual fact, you're never half straight, you're always bisexual. Going back to the definition again of bisexuality being loving more than one gender, you're always going to be bisexual no matter who you're dating, and to invalidate someone else's experience based on your limited perception is not okay. But if you like men, you're gay though, because if you weren't gay, then why would you like men? Fine, I'm gay. Are you happy now? Are you happy? I've got to a point in my life where I am totally fine with being called gay, because realistically, I am gay. You know, being bisexual is part of the gay umbrella, and if we really want to talk about queerness, then bisexual people are definitely queer. Now, it depends how much someone that's bisexual loves themselves or is on their own healing journey as to whether or not they can refer to themselves as gay. And I'm not gonna lie, growing up, it was very upsetting. A lot of the times people would just be like, "You're gay." And I really at some points wanted to say, yes, I am gay, but I couldn't say that because I knew deep down that I wasn't gay. And wishing that I was gay, because it was, in my mind, easier to just be like, yeah, I'm gay, than actually be like, I'm bisexual. Which seems like something that was harder for people to accept. As a community, we are fighting for equality and we're fighting for justice. So if people want to say, oh, you're gay, I'm going to be like, yeah, I'm gay. Well, I'm bisexual. And I'm not offended anymore by the term gay, because being gay is not an insult. And growing up, having it being used against me as an insult made me feel like being gay was a negative thing, when in reality now, I'm extremely proud of my queerness. I'm extremely proud of my bi-ness, and to a straight person, if you want to call me gay, cool, call me gay. I'm not gay, I'm bi, but I don't care anymore. When you start telling people that you're bisexual, a lot of people will maybe give you some hate, and they might think that, oh, you're bisexual, you're gay, that's so cute. But there's such a double standard in society whereby if a woman says she's bisexual, she's experimenting and she hasn't found the right man yet. If a guy says he's bisexual, he's gay. Oh, I knew he was gay. Oh, he's flamboyant. Oh, he's gay. And it's like all of those things are just as toxic and damaging as the other. For years, a lot of people that have identified as being bisexual have been kind of ridiculed and said that they're just going through a phase or they haven't decided, which again makes it very frustrating for bisexual people to exist.
So you've been asked the question whether you're bisexual or not.
Too many times.
Yes, and you've never quite answered it.
Oh, I have. I said I was bisexual, that's enough.
Does that mean, though, that you really are, or does that mean that you're keeping some kind
I've
of...
answered the question.
Right.
Bisexuality is something that is beautiful. It's a strength that you have. It's your inner power. It's your ability to be able to be sexually and romantically satisfied with more than one gender, and that's a beautiful thing that we should be celebrating as a community. A lot of times I feel that people will tear someone else down because their sexuality is different to theirs, but the people that do that are the ones that have something to hide. They could be closeted bisexuals themselves. They could have grown up and basically not allowed themselves to experiment. So I really just think that sexuality is fluid and that we all fit somewhere on the Kinsey scale of sexuality, from exclusively heterosexual to exclusively homosexual. Personally, I would say that my sexuality is fluid because sometimes I just find femininity and masculinity really, really hot. I would go for loads of different types of people, which makes me feel that my sexuality is fluid, but I really want to own and use the term bisexual because I want to show people that it is possible for a bisexual man to exist, and we are real, we're not made up, we're not waiting to make our mind up, we are not experimenting, we are fully bisexual and we are proud to be bisexual. Talking about femininity and masculinity, I think one thing that really suppressed myself growing up is the thought of people assuming that I'm gay, because as I said earlier, I viewed being gay as an insult. Now, it's funny because the more accepting of my feminine side I've become, the more accepting I've also become of my masculine side. And whereas before I would try to be more masculine in order to get people to like me, which is just crazy, I actually find that me being myself and me accepting who I am, my feminine and masculine sides, has made other people feel more secure around me, and my confidence basically shines a lot brighter, which makes people feel at ease. So if anyone's watching and they're struggling to come out as bisexual, I think I would just tell you right now, please do it. Do it for yourself. You deserve to be loved. You deserve other people to see you at your fullest extent. And being bisexual is an amazing thing. Like, it's different to being gay because obviously you're attracted to more than one type of gender. It is its own thing, but you will feel so much more empowered and so much more yourself when you allow others to see the true beauty of who you are inside. So I hope that answers your question, guys. In short, are bisexual people gay? Bisexual people are queer. Bisexual people are part of the LGBT community. But bisexual people aren't gay. Bisexual people are on their own lane, being bisexual, loving different expressions of gender, and that's a beautiful thing. I no longer feel insulted by someone assuming that I'm gay. And sometimes I don't even correct people if they say, oh, you gay, because I'm just like, yeah, I'm gay, whatever. And also, being gay isn't an insult and it's not a negative thing. So when we unlearn that toxic programming that sadly a lot of us were subjected to from a young age, we really see the world in a different way. The world that I'm living in is all about self-love, self-acceptance, and owning the fact that I'm bisexual. It's been amazing for my life to be bisexual. I think when I discovered that some women love bisexual men, that was a game changer. When I started to be more flamboyant and myself and people started to warm to me and understand me more, that was a game changer because I spent my whole life not being understood and hating myself and wanting to change. And when you start that journey of self-love and self-acceptance, that's all you need. All you need is acceptance from yourself. You do not need any acceptance from any other people. So I hope this video helps, guys. Please leave a like and a comment below. Let me know what you think. If you're bisexual, please tell me your story. I'm gonna be in the comments replying away. And if you like this video as well, let me know and I will make more. But thank you so much for joining me. I love you so much and I will see you next time. Mwah. Oh my god, that was so random. I can't believe I just did that.